I'm winning the battle. And if all of us coming on can shine that light and put more light on the subject, it gets bigger and bigger, and more people will be more confident. And I'm going to say it again, just in closing, because it is the first time I met Jess. Jess, you're incredible. You are absolutely phenomenal. And to have such confidence to come in and speak about that, especially like based in a mainly Tottenham chat, you're a breath of fresh air. Honestly, it's a pleasure to have met you. Pleasure.
Yeah, you're a good person, Jess. Never forget that. You know what you've done for the community. I don't often talk in your chat. Me and Kate do sit here and watch you, but I don't talk in a lot of chats. But your room's excellent. It's always good, always fun. Make us laugh. You know, it's you've got to not come down on yourself so heavy and realize that you're doing a good thing and you're a good person. You've got to understand that in yourself.
Yeah. I just want to say a few thank yous. I didn't intend to do this to raise money. I nearly turned the monetization off because it was purely a chat. But all these super chats I'm going to send to Legend on the Bench, because that is the charity that we're a partner with, and I think they're incredible. But Vindaloo, 1999 to the charity of your choice, Jim and Kate. Sorry I can't be with you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Kuva Bear with another super chat as well, saying just a little show of appreciation for some of my favourite people in the whole YouTube community on screen right now. All have been through testing times in one way or another. Love to all. Perchy as well, saying hope this helps the charity. Mental health so important and so needed to be spoken about more and more. I want to thank you all for doing this. Thank you, Perchy. A super sticker from Mark Cook as well. Thank you very much. I can't see what it is. I'd have to look on my phone. And also the football clubs with a donation there. Thank you so very much. Like I say, it wasn't intended to be a charity stream, but all this is going to go to Legend on the Bench, who will receive it gratefully, because they've got work coming out their ears, putting these benches everywhere. It's gone crazy. So thank you to everyone. But Sava, thank you first of all for that amazing super chat. It was so generous, incredible. And I'll do what I've done with everyone and just say I hand you the floor to say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, look, no worries, no worries. Listen, aside from football, I think it's really important that these things exist. I think we all get so wrapped up, don't we, on real matters that don't really matter at the end of the day to us. You know, we all sit and bitch and moan about footballers and managers that go home to their £15 million houses and and we're all sitting there arguing about it with our own real problems. So look, I thought it was a really good thing. I didn't know you were live actually, so big up to Perchy who mentioned on his stream that you guys were live doing this. So I came over and I just think it's really important. Look, like it doesn't matter what anyone's going through in terms of like, you know, it can be depression or it can be alcohol or drugs or whatever it may be. Everyone's going through something. Or been through something, right? It's not a, and I just feel like, you know, like, sorry, we've never met before, Jess, and obviously I've seen your name around. I'm sure you've seen me, and you know, you've seen, you know, yada yada yada. But it's hearing people's stories, and then you realise, hang on, lots of people come here for escapism, right? Yeah. A lot of people come to YouTube or started their YouTube channel, for example, for escapism. And we don't want it to turn into a place where the escapism now turns into, God, I need to escape from YouTube to escape. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like when there's nowhere to escape at all. So look, I think from my point of view, I don't think a lot of people would know that, you know, when I first started doing this, I was in a really bad way, like really, really bad. I'm in a really good place now. So I'm not a brag. That's years and years of working at things, you know, things that people don't see, not the, oh, I hate Sava because Sava might have said something bad about a player I like, or Sava might not rate the manager. Oh, he's the devil and get him out. And none of that. I mean,
I just hate you because you're so good looking.
Maybe a decade ago, Bobby, not so much now, mate. But you know, there was a point in time where, and this is the reason why everyone sees Frank, right? This is Frank. Obviously, this is not Frank. This is a light, but made out of Frank. Do you know what? 5 years ago, I was actually like Jess said, she opened up and I was in the same. I tried to, and I failed at that. Yeah, that's how you know when you're a real failure, right? When you can't even you can't even kill yourself. Now I can laugh about it now, but you know, and that's why the very next day I decided to get Frank. Right? I know that sounds really silly. I got Frank, and every time I felt sad, every time I felt I was going to do something silly, I looked at his little face holding a lead and telling me to take him out for a walk, and I thought, yeah, it's all right, isn't it? Like it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So we go for walks. He'd get me out, fresh air. But then I started drinking quite a lot, and this is where probably Daigle comes into the picture. And a lot of people don't know that, and obviously they've seen a famous outburst where I came onto a YouTube channel and I was drunk, and oh my god, it did the rounds, and the abuse that came from that was just something to a next level. But I realized through talking to people like Brian and other people in my life that being an alcoholic didn't mean I must wake up every day and think of alcohol. It's not that. I binged and binged. And then Brian will tell you, I'd binge on a Friday night. And even by Monday and Tuesday, I'm paranoid. Right? I'm paranoid about everything. Who have I offended? What have I done? What did I say? Did I comment in someone's chat? Did I send a WhatsApp? All of this nonsense. Anyway, all I can say to people to get free, it's not about, oh, poor me. Listen, that was my choice. I did those things. But when you get through the other side, when you do start talking to people, when you do go, whether it's, you know, funnily enough, I didn't plan this. Funnily enough, look, I didn't plan this. I promise you. I didn't plan this. I picked up a black t-shirt earlier. Whether it's going to an Andy's Man Club, whether it's going to like AA or CA or whatever it is, forget the negative connotation that goes with it. I come out of there bouncing. And like, I was just WhatsApping Brian behind while he's been on here. And I said, you know, he's like, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I just feel so different. Like, I can't control what anyone thinks of me. I can't control if anyone abuses me. I can't control people making videos about me online. What I can control is how do I react to that? And that's the only lesson I can give to people. You can control what you do. You can control who you are. And you've got to take control. The only advice I give to people, you've got to take control of whatever bad has happened in your life. You can't let that drive the rest of your life. You've got to kind of find a way to get happy with yourself and reach out to people. Reach out, whether it is look at Bobby Kay. He looks very unapproachable, but he's approachable. Whether it's a Bobby Kay, whether it's a Brian, whether it's a Coot, whoever you want to reach out to, these people are so much more than the football conversation that they have and the football debate that they have. Because when I finish streaming and telling the world how I don't rate Ange Postecoglou, I don't turn off my screen and then start talking to my wife about Ange Postecoglou. I don't go home and go, oh, Ange, football, Tottenham. You know what I mean? You kind of switch off and you're back into reality. So, look, I think it's great what you're doing. I think it's really good. I love the initiative of the bench. It just reminds me of Arthur Fowler from
exactly. EastEnders.
I remember back in the day when Martin was always sent to his bedroom. Didn't matter what time of the day it was. He was sent to his bedroom, wasn't he? So Pauline and Arthur could talk to someone. And look, I just think it's great. So look, I won't babble on, but look, I just wanted to come on for 5-10 minutes, show my support, and yeah, we'll go back to abusing each other tomorrow. It's fine.
You made a good point there, Sava.
One thing on what Sava said as well about, and goes to Jess as well and other people that are listening, about when people say about the past. Listen, the past is a huge part of who you are and what you become and how you want to be. But I go back to another one of my tattoos. When I went into rehab, one of the first things that people in rehab said to me is, first thing we're going to do is I want to come up with a slogan of where you are right now and what you want to be, or where you want to be in 5 years' time. Something that will wrap it up so you can reflect on it. And when I went 5 years sober, I went and got it tattooed on me. I said to them, never let a past nightmare stand in the way of a future dream. And I stand by that. The past nightmare was everything I went through. Everything I went through, and I use that as a base to build off of. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to let this nightmare get in the way of my dream. And as I said to you earlier, I worked on myself, on my addictions. And as I said before, I now live in Canada with the woman I fell in love with. I have all these incredible people in my life. I have my nephews and my niece. And I live by that tattoo. The 2 tattoos I mentioned, I completely live by. There's certain sayings I stand by. And like I said, I refuse to let my past nightmare get in the way of any future dream. And it's very easy for me to say that, but that's the kind of mindset I have every single day. Every single day. I'm like, I'm not going to let that affect that. That I'm going to deal with. I know it's part of my life, but it's not going to. Hopefully, I'm on this planet for 80 more years. Jesus Christ, no, 40 years or whatever. I'm not going to let the first 28 years of my life dictate the remaining 40 or whatever. I'm going to build the 40 that I want. And I'm going to get that dream however I take it.
I was going to say, Kate, I want to pick up on something Sava said about you can control how you act. This is one of the massive reasons, Sava, that I don't go into chats. I do watch a lot of streams, but I don't talk because I found when we first come onto YouTube that I was getting into spats with people and it was kind of making me spiral a little bit and making me, the old me, want to come out. So I just stopped it. And I speak to a lot of people that I see get into that and I try and advise them. It's up to you how you control yourself when you go into someone's chat. And if you can't control yourself, don't go into them and just watch from the sidelines. So that's a really good point that you picked up, that it is down to people out there.
I do the same. Do you know what? For the first few years of me being on YouTube, I'd be on everyone's comment, every chat. I'd want to know what they took, because listen, at heart, I want to watch football content about Tottenham. I want to know who do I agree with, who do I not, and you'd get into spats, and I've realised more and more that I watch them now, and I don't really comment anymore because, unfortunately, people can't play. Look, Jim, like me and you, we had that famous stream where me and you had a row and blah blah blah. But the way I see it is look. As long as, you know, we all apologize and move on and blah, 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 whatever. And we admit we're all old and ugly enough to knock it on the head. What I do find interesting, though, is like you said, if you go into chat rooms, it's just how horrible everyone is to everybody else. You know, I mean, Perchy will tell you, you know, like a video was made last night, and all it did was it just sends hate and abuse to people. And it's
I've
not
seen the video.
Yeah, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not, oh God, so and so said this, really disagree with them. It's so and so's so and so, like somebody, what did someone call me? A fragile Greek man with a massive Greek nose, which I thought was quite interesting, because I do have a big nose and I am half Greek. So, but you know, when you just think, what makes you want to go online and talk about somebody in those ways? And when none of us are angels, but moving forward, can we all do a bit? Can we all do a little bit better to kind of share a bit of love and a bit of, you know what I mean? A bit of cheer, a bit of love, a bit of support, rather than, oh my God, I hate so-and-so because he might have said that Kulusevski is not the greatest player that's ever lived. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's that level of silliness that we have to deal with. But hey,
the thing is I look at it that I see these people, right, digging people out and really being horrible and nasty and vindictive. And I think to myself, these people don't really realize what they could be doing to that person, because that person could be in a really, really bad place and they could really be struggling. And then they're openly, for the whole YouTube community, right, they're bringing these people to a place where it could be a place where they can't come back from by doing some of these content that they put out there. And I think to myself, what type of person would do that? Why would they come on there and take these people to a place like that?
Jim, I said to Perchy earlier, not directly, but in his stream, so it's all fun and games calling people names, isn't it? It's all fun and games, saying something behind the stream. It's great. Look at you, you mug. Look at you. You look this. You look that. Blah blah. Now imagine somebody does, Jim. Now imagine we all wake up tomorrow morning and we hear that so and so who's got that YouTube channel has killed themselves. And I know that sounds really dark and morbid, 100%. But you watch all these Netflix Sorry, that was nearly grammar. That was nearly a word. You watch all these Netflix documentaries about people who've been bullied online. And what if we wake up tomorrow and someone who doesn't exist, Jim Jones, we just go Jim Jones, right? Who's got Jones Sport TV, has killed himself because thousands of people every day are calling him this, that, the other, all the abuse, all the horrible comments in the chat. Man up. That's a lovely one, isn't it? Man up. You've got to do this. You deserve this. You need thick skin. Imagine that person kills himself. Where do we all go as a community? Where do we all go from that? Who takes accountability?
I don't know if you were in the community, Sava, but I don't know if Kuva's still in the chat. Unfortunately, Kuva and I have had to go through exactly that. Not with he came on YouTube channels. He didn't have a YouTube channel himself, but he came onto shows and he was suffering badly with mental health. And Kuva and I got in a group chat and was speaking to him regularly. It got to a point that literally with the time difference between me and Kuva was kind of like on the day shift and I was on the night shift or whatever way it worked because of Toronto time and whatever. And we got him into hospital. We talked him going to hospital. Yeah, he just wouldn't take him in, and he said, "You don't need the markers." In the end, we got him to play the game, and he got admitted. But then he discharged, and then he was feeling really low. And then we woke up the next day to have a phone call from his cousin, from his phone, saying, "Unfortunately, it done exactly what you were talking about." And it hit me and Kuva for 6 because a lot of people were talking about this guy and going, "Oh, if he's doing this, don't reach out to him. Don't do this. Don't do that. He's looking for." And then obviously, because people don't know what's going on and understand it and can't address it or know how to deal with it themselves, like Bobby said, they just think it's, "Oh, take your pills or go see a doctor, talk about it, feel better." But unfortunately, this did happen with me and Kuva, and Kuva's just commented, this ripped me and Kuva apart, or not me and him, it ripped us apart emotionally. And it's a dark world when you get that phone call because he felt he had no one, or the health system and everything couldn't get with him. So this is why, again, when it comes to these fools in the comments, you don't know what a person on screen's going through. Everyone on the screen comes on, whether they have their camera on or camera off, and obviously some of you and I are always camera on people, and we get a lot of grief for our views on certain things. You never know what's going on in Sam's life, my life. I've had to go through a miscarriage. I've had to have my wife have some major surgery last year. I've had to come home from England for a year because of the shit that was going on here. You just never, ever know what's going on. And it's just it's awful. It's awful when people don't realize, let me take a step back and see what person A is going through. Are they in about this is out of character for them? Is this them lashing out for attention? Is this them? You never know what's going on behind this screen. Like Sava said, when he ends his streams, he doesn't go and speak to his wife about what he's been speaking about on stream. It's like, right, back to reality, back to life.
Yeah.
But on that note, I am going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. I'm going. Sorry, I'm going to let you go. You can all go. I've got to start getting ready for work. But I just want to say much love to you all, Kate and Jim, honestly, for doing this stream. Outstanding. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to be a part of it. Thank you for inviting me. Everyone in the chat, listen, have a great day, whatever you're doing. And yes, do me a favor, get my number from Bobby K and reach out to me because I'd love to talk to you some more. I really would. Please get my number from Bobby and then message me and we'll start chatting. Everyone have a great day. And
thanks, Brian.
Look, listen, as the mental health saying, another tattoo I have the mental health saying on my body. It's okay to not be okay, and talk about it. And much love to everyone. Have a great day, people.
You too, Brian.
Bye.
Perch, I haven't brought you in yet, but good to see you. I know you wanted to come on, so I'll hand the floor to you.
No, look. I firstly just want to say credit to you guys for doing this. I think it's a really good thing, and it needs to be spoken. I put it in my chat. I just wanted to come on just to sort of look. I think some of you know, some of you don't know. I went through a lot of crap. That's why I left YouTube at the start of the year. Some people know the depths it was. I don't want to talk about it on camera, but the depths of the situation I was in was in a very, very bad place. Some of you probably know, but I just think I think what we've become, and I came back because I'm in a much better place. I've come back. I'm confident in myself and who I am, and I'm confident in my opinions and stuff. But the one thing I always do, and on my stream before, and I apologize, I didn't mean to stream when you guys were on. I didn't know you were on. It was Ben that told me. That's why I made sure the redirect was done. But I just was like, but I spoke about it on mine, and Savile, you were in there as well. You heard what I said. The problem is it's a combination of things. It's people making videos on each other, thinking, and it's comfort. People think, well, it's okay. It's just words on a screen, but we don't. The stuff that is said is vile. But do you know what's equally worse? The secondary part, what makes it equally worse, I make it a real point that if anyone in my chat, I don't care if you were the first person to subscribe to me or the most recent person to me, if you're abusing somebody else in my chat, whether or not I agree with them, disagree with them, like them, don't like them, don't do that on my platform. I will not tolerate it. And I think, do you know what? I think it's one of the key things that we need to start doing more of as creators. We have a responsibility. By the way, I'm not saying you guys, I'm just saying in general, as a community, and we have a duty of care for everything. The stuff that is said on my channel, in my comment section, on my chats, I have a duty of care that isn't directed hate or abuse to anybody else. And we all have a duty of care when we are putting ourselves in it. We are an ambassador to ourselves. We're not an ambassador to Tottenham, we're an ambassador to ourselves. If you don't agree, and by the way, I'm talking to everyone, the royal, I'm not talking to you guys, I'm just saying everyone. If things that are done, if things that are said, would you say that to somebody on the street? If you wouldn't, don't tolerate it. Zero tolerance. And from now, I started this when I came back, zero tolerance. I knew I was going to get D-heads, I'm not going to swear and D-man, that were going to come in and start bringing up stuff. They came into Ben's chat, they came into mine the other day, blocked them, done. Goodbye. Not going to interact with you.
We do.
Goodbye.
That's what we do, Bertie.
Goodbye. But anyone, and as I said, even if it's, and there was, I'm not going to bring up his name because I actually like him. He's a nice bloke. He's a really nice bloke. And it was a real damning indictment. He didn't say, he wasn't being rude. He wasn't being nasty, but it was a real damning indictment of where we are in society. This isn't a YouTube thing. This isn't a football thing. This is a societal problem. When, well, if you're gonna say an opinion, you should expect people to, you should expect there'll be abusive people towards you. We shouldn't be in a society like that. We can't sit there and just go, well, yeah, because some people are going to be idiots and stuff. Why should we accept that? I shouldn't expect that to be coming on to you guys as other creators. Let's just say, look, hypothetical, me and Kay, we had a joke on the other day on Ben saying, I disagree with your opinion, and I allow my chat to sit there and go, yeah, Kate's opinion's awful. She's horrible, blah, blah, blah. I should not be allowed. Why should I, as a creator, be allowing that on my platform? And vice versa, right? And I think that for me is so important, that we as creators have a responsibility, and people need to be much more aware of that.
Yeah, that's 100% right. 100% right.
I'm not even accepted in my own community. Listen, Leeds won't touch me. I've never been on with any content creator on the Leeds United community, right? I've grown this channel from the ground up. I'm more accepted in the Spurs community. I have had Leeds United content creators do videos on me because of how I am, the fact that we've grown it and we've got up to 12,000 subscribers now because of hard work. They won't touch me. They won't invite me on the channels. They will not give me the time of day. They have put videos out about myself, about my panel, and it's tough. And I found more solace with the Spurs community that have accepted me for who I am and what my channel provides. My channel's a fan channel. Everybody's welcome in there. And majority of my subscribers and people that donate and that are members to my channel are from Spurs. The Leeds United community and the people that are in there will not give me the time of day. They're very bigoted in the fact that I'm a woman. What do I know about football? Why are you talking about football? You don't know jack shit. You're a woman. And believe me, on Leeds United side of it, There's no women content creators out there. And when I
Yes.
first started my channel way back, I tried it as a Leeds channel and it wasn't going to go anywhere. So I changed it and I made it a fan channel. And I swear to God, people come from me from Leeds side saying it won't work. I've never hid the fact that I'm Leeds and Liverpool, and they're my two teams that I enjoy watching. But in it's sad at the fact that I aren't even accepted in my own community. They troll me. They come in and they root to me, go slit your throat. I'm going to murder you. I'm going to kill you. I have to take myself off Facebook because
like
I had a person saying, I'm going to slit your son's throat. I had emails. I had to go to the guy's shop where he worked in the end and say, look, if you continue to troll me on YouTube, I will go to the police about it. And this is from my own community, not from, you know, a troll that's, I don't know, Manchester United or whatever. This is from my own community that I've had. Majority of my subscribers are not Leeds United fans. There's Stacey in there, there's Big John, there's Leeds Angels, and there's a couple of others that are Leeds United fans. They will not touch me. I've never, ever been invited on one channel on Leeds. I don't really go on anybody's channel. I stay on my own channel. You know that I don't cause anybody grief. I don't cause anybody trouble. I stick to my own thing. If anybody comes in and nasty, I've got that many mods that will just remove, block and ban them. But me, I ain't even accepted in my own community. So I'm on my own. I've got this road that I'm just on my own with.
But
and
do you know what,
it
Jess?
is.
Respect to you, because do you know what? Like, look, credit to you, absolute credit. Listen to you. You speak so eloquently, by the way. You speak really well, and I want to make that a point firstly. But do you know what though? I think it was Daigle that said they're lost. But do you know what? Build it on yourself, right? Because that's bigger in a sense. When we talk about communities, we use it very loosely. It is terrible that your own community attacks you. I have it. People attack me for my opinions. What are we doing here? Like, do you know what I mean? We all have a right and a passage in life that we can just say what we say. We can say what we want, but we can talk about football. Football has now become this mad thing at the moment where it is bigger than life in some people's minds. It's just it's 22 blokes kicking a football around, or women, depending if you watch the women's game. 22 blokes, 22 women that kick a football around for 90 minutes. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you draw them, and sometimes you lose them. There's bigger things in life to worry about, but it becomes so elevated, and everyone's got an opinion, and everyone's so toxic with it. It's madness.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand or appreciate how powerful words are, and they use them. They use them like they chuck away, and they'll call people idiots or morons, or you don't know, or insult people. And actually, that's demeaning. You're telling a grown man or a grown woman that watches the same sport you watch, that has loved the same team you love since day dot, that they don't know what they're talking about. And there are antagonistic people on both sides, and you get that. And it whips people up. People need to be more concerned about themselves and what they are doing and use the language correctly, because I've disagreed with Jim on his opinion. Guess what? I don't feel the need to call him a CUNT. I don't feel the need to have a go at him. If I disagree with you, Perchy, I don't feel the need to call you, oh, you're a moron. I don't feel the need to insult you. I'll go, no, mate, I think you're wrong. And I'll explain why I think you're wrong.
Exactly.
You'll say to me, no, yeah, exactly. You say to me, no, mate, this is why I think I'm right. And it's a conversation. We can differ. We have a different opinion, but we don't need to insult each other. But a lot of people, that's their go-to, whether you've got keyboard warriors, whether you've got YouTubers that do it, regardless, it's not right. And if all that does, if you insult someone, if you walk down the street, as you said, Perchy, if you're walking down the street and you say something to someone, you're not going to say something to someone that you type on the keyboard, because you know you'd get a smack in the mouth. So
the thing is, I think, AJ, look, I just wanted to stop banging on about that. Right? I think that it's important that people understand, right, that there's a lot of people in the YouTube community that love these streams. Savage stream, our stream, Purchase stream, your stream, Jess, because you've got a lot of good people in yours. I watch yours quite a bit on my big TV. There's a lot of people. It's an escape, right?
Yeah.
They've got problems, be it mental health, be it addiction, be it money. There's a lot of people that that find is solace the right word?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a perfect word.
Yeah, solace in watching YouTube channels, and that's one of the reasons that we try and keep ours upbeat and don't go down the route of well, happy clapping we do, right? And when people call me a happy clapper, I go, yeah, I'm a happy clapper. I like our channel to be that way because there's a lot of people that watch that need it in their life, right? And I think if a lot of YouTubers sat back and thought about that a bit more, I think it would do a lot more for the community.
Jim, you're right. Look, listen, this is the one thing here, and do you know, you made a great point about the whole happy clapper thing and all that lot. And listen, the thing is what I've always stood on this, and this is where the line gets blurred and people misinterpret it. You have every right to support the football team that you support however you want to. If you want to say, like Kuva says, we're going to win 7-3 every single game, you have no, I use this as a joke, but you have every right to do that. We live in that thing. Sava, for example, wants the debate. He lives for the football talk in the chat. You can equally do that as well. Either side is absolutely fine. I always say this, and I said this on my show earlier. You can love Ange. You cannot like Ange as a manager. Both are equally fine opinions. What people forget all the time, and this is more to the comment section and the chat sections, every single one of us here are all football fans. We all support our football team. We all know our opinion is exactly the same as anyone else's. Ours is just sat in front of a camera speaking to you, whereas others are sat in the chat room, in the chat things, commenting like you would back in the day when you used to chat on Facebook groups and have constant debate with people about it. That's all fine. When it becomes a problem is when you are hated and spoken in vile, vicious attitudes because of your footballing opinion. As I say, you could be a happy clapper. I use it terming, but I don't like using those terms. I think it's just silly.
I am a happy clapper, believe me.
No, but I mean it. No, but I don't like using it because for me.
No, you can use it with me, Perchy. I don't mind.
But when I say it, I mean it shouldn't be that. You're just a fan that just wants to support the club, and you will say we will beat every single team this year and go 38 games in a league. Cool, you're allowed that opinion, but it's when people that start attacking that opinion on both sides. When I go, look, I don't think we're going to win the league. I don't think we're good enough. I don't think we've got blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? When we have that thing, it's like each person's opinion is allowed to be right in their mind. I think we're a good team, blah, 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 blah. Irrelevant. But you're allowed that opinion, right? We don't live in a dictatorship where we are dictated on our opinions on what we have to say. We have these channels, we have that conversation. If you want to have that debate, you go on a certain channel, i.e. someone like Sava, myself, we like that debate. If you want to be a channel where it's about, do you know what? We just want to be that
rainbows and fluffy things.
Rainbows, fluffies, and having a good time. Equally, you're allowed that, right? There's so much content. I'll use Spurs because we're in the Spurs community in that sense. There's so much content from all different people, from all walks of life in this world. There is something for everyone. That we shouldn't need to be attacking other people's because we're all right in our own opinions on things. We all believe our opinions. You guys believe your opinions are right and stuff. We have that.
Except for Sava, he's a flip-flop.
He's got his Havianas on.
I think what we got to do, just got to try and get people to be like content creators, to be more
nicer to each other, right?
Yeah, we just got to try and make them be more aware that some of their channels, right, are a massive outlet for them in their life, you know, and channels like Ben's, I'm going to use Ben's and I love them because I go in there and all I do is laugh and have a joke. You know, I don't want to go into a channel and have an argument with someone because it spirals me back into my old self. I start feeling myself getting down again.
Yeah.
So, and I think that we as content creators that need to like take a step back and think, you know what, this does a lot of people good, my channel, and that should make them feel good.
But mate, I spot on. Can't argue with that, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ben, I know you wanted to come on, so I'll let you have your say.
It's sort of it's almost a love letter to the community that we have built here because one of the things I always tried to do with the coffee streams when I originally opened it was I just want to give a place where somewhere everyone can laugh, whether what part of life, whether you're negative, whether you're positive, whether you support this, whether you support. I've built a platform where I want everyone to be welcoming, and we've got some wonderful people. It's mostly just a massive congratulations to everyone that's come on the panel. It's a very difficult thing to come on and open up.
Yeah,
it's a very difficult thing. Life is very hard at the moment. I mean, everyone, if you've watched The Coffee Company over the past 2 weeks, I've openly said it. In the next 4 years for me is going to be absolutely miserable. Running a small business, having to do this, having to do that, having to manage a relationship with someone that lives 100 miles from me who's got her own problems. She's got 2 parents. One of them has just had cancer. Her other parent now has just had operation for cancer. So I've got to manage that. I've got to manage people I work with because not everyone needs a bit of a hug once in a while. It's a very difficult world. We are in a very, very difficult world now. And that is what we need to do. We need to build bridges and not build conflicts, because conflict does not do anything but
Thanks,
give
Emma.
Sorry, I've got to go. Sorry, love you, Ben.
I was going to say, I've got to jump to. I'm doing my blooming Football Manager stream literally in an hour, so I just want to say thank you guys as well. Sorry, Ben, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for doing this. Listen, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later.
Thanks, Percy. See you later. Bye-bye. Go on, Ben. Sorry.
It's we live in a very difficult world now, and as I said, we build bridges. Build bridges, not conflicts. Conflict doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you. Yes, you might get a few subscribers out of it. Whoop-de-doo at the end of the day. Whoop-de-doo. Because if you've got a load of subscribers, but if you're not there and what you're doing is you're being vicious. Being vicious is not a good thing to be. It's just gonna collapse on you. So you've got to do what Jessie has done immaculately. What she has done is absolutely unbelievable. For a channel that's based in the Leeds community to have a big Tottenham contingent in there, and they all just have a laugh. They all, as Kuba said, it's like being locked in a pub with a load of dirty-minded people, and it's fantastic because we can have a laugh with each other. We can all laugh, whether you support Wolves, whether you support Leeds, whether you support Liverpool or Manchester United. It's just a good place to be, and that's what these places were meant to design to be for. They weren't designed to drive people apart. They weren't designed to divide and conquer. It was to bring people together. And as a lot of people have said today, we have a responsibility as content creators, as podcasters, as streamers, as we need to hand over the world to our next generation. Kate and Jim have a boy. Jessie's got a boy. AJ, I believe, has got a boy as well. We've got to hand over this world to the next generation of people. And if we hand over a world where everyone just despises each other, what does that say about us?
Yeah.
Bobby's boys. I love Bobby's boys. They call me, it's almost like having 2 nephews. They come over and it's like, it's better than seeing some of my own bleeding family, for God's sake.
But do you know what you find, Ben, as well, is that it starts in the rooms and then it spills over into the groups. And them groups, for me, especially there's one group, you know which one I'm talking about, Ben. I live for that group sometimes. I just love that group. I sit there reading the comments and I just sit here wetting myself. I might not say anything, but people like yourself make cartoons up and put them in there. And they absolutely, they absolutely have me creasing up, right? Yeah. I find that sometimes from the YouTube, it spills over to them, and I find that really, really sad, you know, and it shouldn't do, because in them groups, we're all mates.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't spill over into them. So, but it all starts on the channels.
Absolutely. As I said earlier, when Brian was on the show, I didn't know Brian for a year. You might think me and Brian did know each other because we agree on so much, and we're both part of the Jewish community. We both support Tottenham. You'd think we'd know each other, but we don't. I live in East London. He lives in Cockfosters. We live in 2 very different parts of the world. And Brian has become...
Where does Brian live?
Cockfosters.
One more time. One more time.
Stop it, you. But Brian and I have
I had to
become
make Kate laugh.
closer than members of my family, and that's what YouTube can bring to you. That's what YouTube can bring to you.
Yeah,
You can't choose your family, but when you do get an opportunity to choose your family, it's an unbelievable thing. And the groups we have, some of the groups we have built, they are just like little dysfunctional families.
Yeah.
Yes, we bicker a bit. Yes, we have a few. It's all football at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Let's just go back. Let's all go back and talk about Christmas movies. Let's all go and watch Home Alone, which I'll do after my stream because I'm going to watch Home Alone today because I've already watched one Christmas movie today. I might as well watch another one.
Sorry, Ben, I just wanted to ask you quickly while you're watching your Christmas movies and stuff like that, are you watching them through your Disney Plus?
Yes.
Okay, because I just noticed in Disney Plus the other day, Mama Kay had it on and she brought up Christmas movies in the second
And
movie.
Die Hard's in there, yes.
Die Hard's the second movie. I just
don't want to hear that.
just wanted to point that out.
But yeah, it's let's all be nicer to each other. Let's all be nicer to each other, and we can build a better tomorrow. We can build a better tomorrow. We can build a better platform, and maybe this stream has mended some old bridges that might have been slightly cracked, and hopefully we have a greater understanding of the more vulnerable people, and let's help each other out.
I agree. I agree.
It's very. The other day, I was trying to calm chat down, and I was threatened with assault. For God's sake, me! Imagine him threatening me with assault.
It's like kicking a puppy.
I can barely fight my own shadow, mate.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Kate? It's like kicking a what?
Puppy.
Oh, puppy. Oh, pup. Oh.
But let's all be nicer to each other. Let's
Well,
all
Ben-
be nicer to each other.
Ben,
And a massive congrats to everyone. We all love each. We need to just love each other a bit more.
As I stated, I'm happy to offer my bodyguard services if you supply me with enough coffee to sink a battleship.
All right, awesome.
No, I didn't. There was loads more I wanted to say. I haven't talked
You
about.
got
things I
time,
wanted
Kate.
to
You
talk
said you
about.
have
Not
got-
really. Not really. I don't want to go too much into it, but I do really appreciate everybody that's come on today. It's been incredible. I didn't know how it would go. I was nervous because it's a difficult subject. Massive thank you to Bob Down Under. Says, I've had that black dog with me on and off for over 50 years. Some Spurs shows have been great company at times. Thanks for the stream. Be kind to yourselves. It's so generous. I mean, I spoke to Michelle, the lady that son committed suicide yesterday, and I said we were doing this stream, and I said it's not a fundraiser. It's just literally check in with everyone, make sure everyone's all right, and if it's successful, we're going to do it every month. And I didn't expect to raise any money, but yeah, I'm going to do this as a monthly thing because I think it's been therapeutic for people who have come on. I think it's been therapeutic for people in the chat, and like Ben said, it's even managed to build some, build some bridges,
Repair some bridges.
Yeah,
Let's repair some
100%.
bridges.
And I think we do all get caught up in the fact that it's football and you disagree with him, so you're this and you're that, and forget that we're all people on the inside and we've all got things going on. I mean, what's that? If you really want to hurt Ben, turn up to a shop with a Costa
Love you
cup.
too, Coos. Love you too, mate.
Like for instance, obviously Jess, we're going Jess's channel, but I didn't have a clue what she was going through until you spoke.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell because you go there and it's just a happy-go-lucky having a
I
laugh.
put a brave face on it for everybody else. That's true. I try to bring happiness to everybody else. Maybe, look, like I said, when we come on the screen, I put a front on it, and my stream's all about laughs, and we have a lot of fun on there. And I know a lot of people in the community really need my channel. I come close to closing it all down last week. I won't lie, because somebody that I've worked with on YouTube upset one of my panel. Really did hurt. And Renee won't mind me saying it. Stu made a comment that really upset Renee, and that
Who upset Renee?
Stuart. I don't really need to go there, but Stu made a comment that really upset her. Her dad's dying of dementia, and he said her dad looked like a serial killer, and it absolutely broke her heart.
Wow,
That's horrible.
It broke her heart, and that's somebody I've sat on a panel with. And I've took a lot of shit for having them on my channel, and I've blocked, banned, and removed lots of people that have gone for them. And that's brought, and I said to Stacey, I'm done, I can't do it anymore. And this is from somebody that I've sat on streams with. I just don't understand. And that's why I try and make it a safe place for everybody. We have fun, we have laughs, and we try and bring solace to everybody else. Me sat with a silly banjo, Stacey sat in a bra. It's just all fun. We tried to make it like that. But I will say one thing. I put a very good front on it for everybody else. Nobody knew what I was going through until I did those 2 videos, and that was me sat just talking to a computer because it's easier. These lot will tell you, I'll help them every day. I speak to people in that WhatsApp group 4 or 5 o'clock. Cobber will ring me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I help everybody else because I've got that much less self-worth for myself. But if I go away, it's not about making money for me. It's not about anything. If I've made people smile and happy, and they've come away from my streams with a smile on their face, I'm happy. But I'm more blessed at the fact that I've met people from Spurs that have accepted me and my people for who we are and what we are. And that means more than the money, the super chats, anything. Listen, I aren't financially secure. I don't even know where I'm going to be next year. I ain't got a pot to piss in. But I don't care about any of that because there were people like Leeds Angels that I've cared for, parents that come into my stream, shouldn't go in anybody else's streams. When I'm on, because it brings a great solace. Shouldn't go in any at Leeds channels. The Carol that come to my house with that card last week and present for me, my son and my dogs, that means so much more. And if I bring happiness to people, then that's all that matters to me. I'm not on here for the big bucks. I still can't believe I'm at 12k. I've got so self-worth in myself. But if I make people happy, people like Cruzy, then I know how much I mean to these people. And that means more to me than anything else in the world. I bring happiness to other people. Yes, I should bring happiness to myself, and I'm trying to deal with that on my own, off screen. But what I will say, Kate, is you've got a lovely community in here. God bless to all the Spurs community because they have accepted me for what we are. And I can't thank you enough. It's a shame on the Leeds side of it. That is what it is. Their loss is
You're
my
allowed
gain.
to. You're allowed to have
Could be worse.
You're allowed to have a soft spot for Tottenham, Jess.
We've got, look, I've even got a Tottenham scarf there, look, with my Liverpool, half and half. I must have always known there was something with Spurs, but honestly, I can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah.
I was going to say something now. Smithy texted me as well and said that big up to everyone for doing this. I think amazing how open people have been, really. This time last year, I was really struggling. Bobby and Kuva and Ben know, I think. I don't even know, but I haven't gone into that today. I'm not going into it today. It's way too much, too long-winded, but I will go into it. But I was going to say something about you, Jim. Something that Jess said that made me think, that's about you always saying when people come in here, you want them to leave with a smile on their face. You want it to be happy.
That's the idea of being. That's the idea. Look, when you started this channel, Kate, I said I didn't want nothing to do with it because I used to watch a lot of YouTube channels and never spoke in them. But I watched them and I saw a lot of the toxic stuff. So when you started, I said to you, I'll support you and be behind you, but I don't want to be on the screen. Because of the channels that I watched, I saw the crap that went on in the rooms. But then that slowly, as you grew, and we got people like Bobby, Ben, Kuva, all the different people in here, right? And I started to really like them. I said to you, I want to get involved a bit because I wanted to get to know them. And we're lucky, like, thank God, we're lucky. We've got such good community in there. I don't think there's one person that comes in this room. I can't think of one person that comes in this room that I don't like. And that's what I love about our channel.
Yeah,
right? It's the people that come in are just so lovely and respectful, you know, and it's shown me a different side to YouTube, and that's what I love about it. And I just think to myself, if people just sat back a bit and thought a little bit more about people having on that they don't know but are talking, what could be happening in their lives, you know, instead of just jumping on them and being nasty to them, just take a little bit of a thought about different people, you know, that everybody has got a problem somewhere in their life. Some are not so bad and some are terrible, you know. So it's just having a little bit of I can't think of the word, humanity. Compassion, a little bit of compassion for people.
Yeah. I don't think Brewing Bollocks is today, is it, Stuart?
I moved it to tomorrow because after this stream, we thought we might have another sort of a chill chat. And then Bobby and I will be there. We always are, and we'll have a chat. Everyone who wants to come on and just have a laugh and jump on, we'll go on for a bit.
Yeah,
I'm
assess it,
I'm
but it's kinda
exhausted.
hard
I've just had the bag, 60 more bags of coffee today, so I am exhausted. Mostly on my own. So we're here for a bit of a stream. It's Koth and Kang, and we'll be having a good time like we always do.
Excellent. Someone said we should do this every week. I think people would get sick to death of seeing us if we did
Once
this
a
every
month
week.
is
No,
perfectly
a
fine.
monthly checkup show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
A
Just
wellness
check in.
show. Just a wellness
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
Monthly
I mean,
wellness check with Kate and Jim.
yeah, we're gonna do Christmas and New Year. We've talked with Jess about it as well because she's doing something, and we're gonna do something because we streamed on Christmas Day last year, and we had so many people say, "Wow, I needed that," because you know a lot of people are on their
Absolutely.
own. We're blessed, Jim and I, and anyone who's got someone. We're blessed that we've got someone, but a lot of people haven't. A lot of people live on their own. A lot of people going through difficult times, taking care of sick relatives or whatever. You don't know what anyone's going through. So we will do a stream on Christmas Day for an hour, and then something over New Year as well. But we'll sort that out with Jess. But look, Jim, anything else you want to say?
No, I think most of it's been said. It's just try and love yourself a bit more. And I think that with mental health and the problems people have, like you, Jess, I'm going to use you as an example, right? You're a great person, you know. I've liked you from the beginning. And when I first watched your stream, you had a lot of different people on there, right? Transgender, all disabled. And I just found it refreshing, I will say, that these people come on the stream, right? I took an instant like to your stream, and Kate did because of that. Because of that is why I took her, because I thought this is different. I like it. These people are willing to get on there and show their face, you know. And I just think to myself that just love yourself a bit more and don't come down on yourself so heavy, you know, because you're a good person. And there's a lot of people that should be doing that. Joey Barton, I'm going to mention you because you deflect with a lot of your problems by with saying things in chat, you know, sarcastic or comedy or whatever. You know, just look in the mirror and like yourself a bit better, mate, because you're a good bloke, you know. You've
always said to me, Jim, stop slagging yourself off. There's millions of people who'd be slagging.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I said to Jess when I messaged her privately, or on her page. You know, there's enough people that will slag you down. Don't slag yourself down. You know, just don't do it.
Yeah.
And in Kate's case, call me. I am willing to slag Kate night and day for any of you. If you need content created to slag Kate, if you needed it done in different languages, no problem at all. It is honestly an honor and a privilege to do it. If you need I'm willing to post my number in chat for everybody to have, but I am accessible. My number is in every third bathroom stall you go into for a good time. Call BK. That's this guy.
Thanks, Bobby. I really appreciate those kind words. I think, honestly, it ain't bad, is it? Got people begging to slag me off now.
I didn't beg. I'm willing to help the community. Isn't that what this show's about?
Oh yeah, you're a good man, spreading the hate.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. Spread all the hate.
Yeah. Like I say, I was nervous about doing this. It is a difficult thing to talk about. You never know how people are going to react. You never know if people are actually going to come on and speak about it. But I'm so pleased of how it's gone. I've got to say massive thank yous to Leo for his super chat, sir. Super chat, sir. Andrew Gregory with his super chat, Sava with his huge donation as well, Martin Knightsbridge, Spurs GCTV, Kuva, Vindaloo, Aguna, always supports the channel.
Oh yeah, you know what? A respectable one though.
I love Vindaloo. I love him.
Vindaloo and Angus are honestly they're two of my top 3 Arsenal fans. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wish he was a Spurs supporter, but I love him.
Mark Cook, the football club, Paul G, Paddy Hartnett, Bob Down Under, all amazing, and David Shear's been a member as well for 12 months, which is incredible.
So what did you say about David's member?
Bobby, stop it! You throw me off.
I thought we'd end on a light note and have a laugh before we go over to Ben's, and now time for a brew and a laugh, right?
Yeah, exactly. Much love to the panel and chat. Who needs therapy when we have you all? Seriously,
That's
I do feel
lovely
much
stuff.
better. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to say anything now. We did the bit at the beginning, and now we've gone to the happy bit, ready for Cough's chilled stream where
Absolutely.
Phil P's here. Woo! Hello, mate. Where there'll be more chill, and poor Cooves won't be there because he's poorly. But
Yeah.
that
Phil's
means
therapy on his own.
Yeah.
He's enough to put a smile on anyone's face.
Does that mean that Coover won't be doing Brewing Bollocks tomorrow?
We don't
We're
know
going to
yet.
give him 24 hours to inject himself with as many medications and
Yeah,
alcohol as he
absolutely.
possibly
We might
can
need to. We might need to get a replacement Coover.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! How can you replace Coover?
Just get a
You
load
can't.
of pillows and then build it into a Coover-shaped object and give it a goatee.
Now, that sounds true. I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be fair. Leo said he banned a couple of people while his phone was in his pocket. So apologies if you were banned. He did text
And
me and
everyone thinks
apologise.
I'm a tyrannical mod.
I know, he's a bully.
Yeah,
Leo's
the
a
difference
bully.
is when Leo does it, it's funny. When you do it, it's you get attacked for it. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Listen, thank you everyone
another
for
good
watching.
guy,
Thank
pal.
you to everyone who came on. Jess, Bobby, Ben, Sava, Perchy, Martin Knightsbridge, Brian Daigle. Is that
Yeah.
everyone? I think
AJ.
that's everyone.
AJ.
AJ. It's just brilliant, and we will schedule this. I don't know if we'll do it just before Christmas or just after Christmas, Jim. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a
Just
bad
before,
thing.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I'll-
just
It's going into the holidays. You see people start getting depressed
Yes.
as the holidays
Yeah.
are coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
So-
will schedule one on a Wednesday, probably. Where are we? December. Well, the Wednesday before Christmas is the 18th, so maybe we do it the 18th. Can't do it on Christmas Day, or
Can
maybe
you,
do it
not,
on a
can
Monday.
you not do it the Thursday and leave us our Wednesday for Brewing Bollocks so we can have a laugh?
Yeah, do it
okay.
It's kind of hard to do
Thursday,
this show and
Another
then go do
guest.
brew. It's so hard
know.
to do this. Honestly, I told Ben that because we messaged him. Hey, Jose.
I'm so selfish. Jose, I'll let you have a quick chat before we go because Ben starts in 8 minutes, so we're
Yeah.
on the clock.
No, I just wanted to come on and just say thank you to you all and everyone that's been on the panel today and everybody in the chat. It's a thank you to every single one of you, and to say, look, as content creators or as channel people do it, and I think Jim said earlier use the word solace, and I put that in the chat. I said people do it. People come from a good place to do these shows, or to have their channels. They all come from a good place, and there's a reason behind why they do it, and they're trying to bring, something for themselves, but something for you guys in the chat, and to try and get everybody involved, and no one does it out of malice, or they shouldn't do it out of malice. It all should have come out of good places. You've got a really there is a brave community out there. There's a brave community of channel creators, but there's also a brave community of people in the chat as well that all go through things that sometimes hidden, things that sometimes the things are out in the open. But at the end of the day, all I would say to people is support the content creators, because it means the world to the content creator that you are supporting them. You don't have to watch them week in, week out, but just support them. Any little bit of a comment, a subscription here and there, it helps them all, because all these people do it for a reason. And yeah, as I said, I've been in the chat all the way through. I've been commenting all the way through, and it's just amazing. The one what started off as just a mental health stream, I'm sure for yourself, Kate and Jim, because you started this show off today at 12 o'clock, you didn't think that you'd get the reception, I don't think, that you've got in 2.5 hours of doing this show. So it's been important. I know it's important for you both as well, because you support a mental health charity, and it's also important for the people on the screen, because I've heard your stories, and for the previous people and some other people that haven't been able to come on stream. I've shared their stories in the chat. So it was just a thank you to you guys. Well done, and well done to you all for agreeing for opening your hearts up to everyone, and for those people in the chat for supporting this all the way through.
Thank you, Jose. And as Leo said, talk about a wonderful person, Jose, who do so much for our community. Big up, homie. Yeah, we love Jose. Much nicer than Bobby K. Oh, you're still here, Bobby. Sorry, I didn't realise.
Oh no, I agree. Jose is way
Jose's
nicer
making
to
my
me,
football
especially to
bingo
you, because
right
Jose
now.
actually likes you. That's the difference. Kate. I
Listen,
just like Jim.
everyone.
If it wasn't for Jim, I wouldn't talk to you, Kate. We know that.
Um,
I love you too.
I have-
You're number one too. Who's
I've set
number
up a
one? You are. You're number one.
Look at him, he's so well. I've set up a redirection so everyone gets sent over to Benji's for the coffee company with Bobby and Ben for more chill and yeah, have a cuppa and just chill. But thank you to everyone who's come on, shared stories in chat, offered advice. Just everyone been so amazing and supportive. Enjoy the rest of your dream. Enjoy
Can I
the rest
just
of your
say, Kate,
day.
before you go, I
Yeah,
want to give a massive big up to Jess, because that
Yeah.
was very, really heartwarming what you come out with, Jess, and it must have been really hard for you. So I take my
it's-
hat off to you.
yeah, and it's an honour you chose to do it on this channel as well.
Yeah.
But
And a
I
big
felt
love to the Leeds community as well that have supported the Tottenham streams over the last 12 months. It's a massive thing, and the Leeds and Tottenham are we're becoming really like that. It's really
Yeah.
funny, but we all love them. We all love the Leeds folk, and they're always
Exactly.
welcome.
I'm so happy
Ah.
to have found Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just had another super chat, Kate.
a super sticker from the legend that is Steve D. Bless
And
you,
it says
Steve.
you are amazing. It's a dance, someone dancing
Ah,
and saying you are
um,
amazing.
bless you, Steve D. Thank you so much. I will, as soon as these all get paid, they will be going over to the charity, which is incredible. So thank you
Yeah.
very, very much to everybody. And yeah, Jess is that. She is some woman. I don't think, Jess, you've got any clue just how amazing and strong and incredible you are. So, but everybody,
Absolutely.
enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your hour with the coffee company. Be kind to each other. And we will see you back on Friday. Back to boring football. Boo. Take care, everyone. And yeah, be nice.
Be nice.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins like in the onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect